It's
You're
going.
right?
It's going
Yeah.
live. We
I'm
are
in.
going
Oh.
live.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone,
And
please take a seat.
okay, ready? Hold on. I'll tell you. 3,
You can
2, 1, and we're live.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Mayors, co-mayors, architects, and other esteemed guests, welcome to the first Southern Conference. Our region has come a long way since the days of the NAU. What used to house only the towns of Norfolk and Atlanta now holds 10 very unique towns that have 42 combined citizens. This makes up 42% of the nation's population. While this is a great feat, we as a region can do much better. This nation currently has 17 towns, which means we make up 50% of the nation's town list. This means we need to work harder on recruitment. I'll go into detail on some tips that you may need to help you recruit people. Are there any questions before we get started? Nope. Okay. All right. Tip 1 I have is to create a town Discord. Oh, okay.
Is this a speech created with only the southeastern portion in mind, or for the entirety of the Atlantic Republic?
Just for the southeast.
The southeast. The
Oh,
north
okay.
is
The
okay.
stats
with the
confused
recruiting.
me a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, any other questions before I continue? Okay. Okay. All right. Step 1 is to create a town Discord. This is a great way to create a welcoming experience for your citizens and helps you communicate with one another. Try and get a new member's Discord, and then add them as a friend and invite them to your Discord server before they log off. Try and stay active in the Discord, sit in VCs, type in chat, just make them feel welcome. You know, this has been very helpful with me in keeping my citizens, active on the server. Because while it's okay to have inactive players in your town, it's better to have active players. Like claims and people that can build and do other things. It's very helpful. Okay, any questions? All right. I'm moving on to step 2. Okay. Step 2 is to give them a tour of your town and the nation spawn. When people join your town, you should show them around your town and show them where things are, like farms and storage. It is also great to show town members our nation spawn NYC because it's a beautiful city with many amazing builds that will inspire them to stay on the server. That's pretty simple. I don't think anybody would have questions about that. Step 3 is to give new people jobs. People want things to do every day, and you need to give them a job that they can do to help contribute to the growth of your town. And maybe after members have been in your town long enough that you trust them, you can give them positions like architect or head of agriculture, so they log on and know the things they need to work on that day. That's all the tips I have for recruitment. Are there any questions before I move on to the next topic? All right. The next topic is the expansion of the Northeastern region and culture. Keep a lookout for people in Gen Chat within your towns that want to start their own town. Like I may have done for your town, you can give them the money to start their town under the agreement that they pay back the gold you lent and make a town the Atlantic Republic's claims and also join the nation. Also, if you decide that you've done enough in your town, you can pass down the town to your co-mayor and go found another town. I'm not asking you to do this because I'm sure most of you are proud of your cities. I'm just giving suggestions. I did that with Savannah, and then I moved to Atlanta. Because that was my entire goal, was to start in Savannah, get the supplies and gold I needed to move to Atlanta. Then I gave it to Uptown. And that's a good way to get multiple active towns within our region. Also, our culture needs to be discussed. We should adopt the culture of Southeastern. So if you haven't made your town that culture yet, please do that now using /culture set Southeastern. So like Southeastern, but the E in Eastern at the beginning of Eastern is lowercase.
Is it separate or like is it merged?
Hmm?
Is it separate? Do you write Southeastern as 2 words?
I'm sorry, I can't understand.
Do you write South and Eastern as in like
Write it as 2 words.
Just type the command in chat so we can see it.
Yeah, okay.
I'd also like to make an observation, or I'd like to make a comment. This has nothing to do with the convention, by the way, but we have a lot of people online right now for our nation.
Yeah,
This is the most it's been in a while.
yeah, definitely.
We hit almost 20 people online right now.
nice?
Also,
Alright.
will Rhino be making an appearance?
He didn't even join the Discord server. I messaged him so many times, but
Oh,
he hasn't responded to any of my.
I actually have a question about the culture. What does it benefit when you type in Southeastern as the culture? Like, what does that do?
It just when you do /n, it shows like how much of the nation is that culture, and we can
Oh,
also do
okay.
/cc. If
Three
you do
or
/cc, you can chat to each other.
hold on.
Did
Oh,
someone
the
just
convention just got interrupted by Wither. All right, has everybody done that? All right, this is gonna be like the most in-depth discussion, most important as well. And all right, now our final discussion is on transportation. Our ice highway is severely outdated and is on multiple Y coordinates and does not reach all the towns in the region. I want to ask for your permission and help to deconstruct the current Y64 ice highway that connects Savannah, Atlanta to the north to a more uniform ice highway system that is on the same Y level as the roads up north. I know some of you may disagree because it will be a lot of work, but in the end, it'll be worth it to have a straight shot to our neighbors in the north rather than having to take detours along the way. We also have problems with mob spawns on the roads, and there's a threat of people waiting on the roads for one of us to come by and kill us for our items. This new highway will follow the design on the northern roads, and we will work to connect all current towns and leave space for new connections to be made to future towns. I would like all of you to start construction of stations in your towns so that we know where to connect your towns up to the highway. Look up historical stations in your location and try to recreate them. All right, are there any questions? I would
Station
imagine.
gonna look like?
Say that again.
How's a station just going to like look like? Like how should we build it? How should it look like?
Oh yeah, okay. I have so when I say station, I was talking about above ground, but there's also send pictures to the lounge.
Just look up like the old time train stations, like Union Station in Kansas City, or like the famous one in Washington D.C. or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
build
one in-
Oh,
There's a
I'm
bunch
gonna
of them.
build
station, yeah.
build terminal station.
Okay.
I was when I said stations, I'm talking about when I was saying build stations, I was talking about like above ground, so like it looks cool. But there's also a design that Dananel gave. Here's the design for what your station should look like. Here's the design for what the tunnels will look like. They're sending in the lounge right now. There's a tunnel and there's the station.
Okay, cool.
It's on the ground completely.
Yeah. And I'll send you a I'm going to send a picture
blue
of the
part,
station that
like
I'm gonna
ice,
build in Atlanta. Yeah, the blue part's ice.
What's that thing in the middle, like the wall? Like
Oh
on the
yeah,
left.
so yeah. What that is just so that when people are coming down, they hit that little like block that's like a block there, and it stops them. So that way they don't just fly past the station and have to turn around and come back. They just stop on that block and then they can move. And here is like the station that I'm gonna build in Atlanta. You don't have to build this. It's just an example. Like, build something pretty. We
Yeah,
want our
make it
towns to look nice.
Exactly.
I'm not really building big buildings.
Yeah, I kind of suck at building.
Yeah, you can find a builder for your town.
You can lease out builders on here for gold. Just ask them to build it.
Yeah, you can hire someone. All right, so that was the last topic that I had. Does anybody have any topics that they would like to bring up? Nope. Cares. Shush.
I'd
Wait,
like
I
to
have
make a comment. Oh, go ahead.
I think we should start something like where each town is gaining something like food or armor or like
I
resources,
So, like
agree.
producing.
building blocks, like
Like kind of like have all of you guys seen the Hunger Games?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
districts. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of
I
like that.
I
You know how
I
each
like that
district
idea.
produced
yeah,
something?
kind of like each. So like mine could be like
Yeah.
a district 12,
Specialized
but
content.
like kind of like a rundown kind of place where I just produce potatoes and fish and stuff. I'll just be like, that's what I've been working for.
I was planning on bringing
That's
that up in the
very
next convention, but
inefficient.
I think it's good to go ahead and bring it up now. Atlanta is currently focusing on apples production because
Okay.
it seems like every time there's a fight or a war, and people end up running out of apples really fast. So that's why I want to produce apples.
Well,
Pe-
Tampa has coal, and I do fish a lot, so
Nice. I'm also producing a lot of kelp blocks. Dry kelp
Yeah.
blocks are like twice as good as coal.
I've been producing farmland, so like I'll be making a lot of
Um,
bread and
Yeah.
potatoes and stuff. And then I'm also making, like, I'm planning to make a logging company. So I'll be
nice.
making like a
That'd be
crap
really cool.
ton of
I want to make a farm, but I'm not sure how to like
logs.
fit it into the aesthetic of the rest of the city.
Make a building. That's what I did.
Oh yeah, I did that as well, but like it's kind of small now.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing gold. Oh,
so I'm gonna have to step out for a bit. Just recap me on how the convention went after it's over. It's going
Do you
good
have
so
to
far.
go right now?
Yes.
Okay. Because you were gonna say something.
Thanks for the
Oh
gold.
no, I was just gonna say something along the lines of like what Axe was
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. See ya.
See ya.
Have
Alright, see
fun
ya.
with the rest of the convention.
Alright. Okay, so that's a great idea, X. I was planning on doing that in the next convention. But you can go ahead and get started on it now if you want. Like think of something that like the nation needs that you can produce a lot of. And that
But
really
make sure
helps.
you guys make sure you speak with others to like say like, oh, I'm gonna do this, so we aren't. I mean, it'd be fine if we're producing mass amounts, but like it'd also be good to have a variety
Yeah.
of things.
I'll probably get somebody to like make an Excel sheet or something like that, or like a doc
Yeah.
of like an Excel sheet, like to see what we were producing. So Atlanta currently is producing kelp blocks, logs, and apples. We're producing logs because when you farm apples, you inevitably farm logs. So. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not like it won't be against the rules to like produce everything just for your town, but you need to focus on like one thing to give to the nation. So like all the apples, logs, and kelp blocks are for the nation, not just my town.
Like during war, I was producing mass amounts of food. Like
Which
I'm
is
pretty
really
sure I
helpful.
donated 15 stacks of cooked potatoes and like 20 stacks of bread during war times. So we were pretty much stacked on food.
I'll go ahead and say a list of things we need. We need we need ender pearls, EXP bottles, like pretty much any kind of good enchanted book, protection 4, unbreaking 3, mending, anything like that. That's great.
I have like 10 or 12
Cactus?
mending books, by the way.
Cactus is a really good thing to make a cactus farm in your town. Not only is it good for you to get experience, but it's also, you know, when people use up their cactus farms, they also need cactus. So.
Yeah. For
All
what?
right. So any other topics anyone wants to bring up?
Hmm.
All right. Well, I guess that concludes the convention. You have something to say?
Never mind.
Okay. You sure? I'm open.
Oh, actually, yeah. Where if Okay, you know what? Never mind. I don't have
Okay.
anything to say.
All right. Well, if nobody has any other questions, comments, concerns, topics they want to bring up, I guess that is the end of the convention. Y'all can go now. Thanks for coming. Get to work. We'll get together later to talk about the I-Taiwan stuff. We don't know the Y coordinate yet, and we also need to work on deconstructing the highway that's
Can
already
we
in
just
place.
start working on the exterior of the train station? Would that like affect